Ay, 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 I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel? Holy moly, guacamole in my pockets. What a blessing. Got it on me, I got options, real stepper. Check the shoes, get it poppin'. Eating good, feeling good, where my hopping done at. Put it on a plate with some lemonade. That's the way we did it in the old days. Back then, mama said, get up, walk on play. Which better not come home like this. Street lights, we was young racing. Street lights, carefree was the best time. Fast forward days, dreaming about the next time. When it's gonna happen again, cause I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch, pop up clean room. Everyday celebration, take a true vacation. You deserve a day, you deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta kick back. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, ooh, yeah, I did that. Living my life with no regrets. So I titled, link up, pull up on me. Where we on? We did chillin', where we at the spot. What time? Anytime, link up, pull up on me. Where we on? We the coolin', the chill spot. What time? Party time. I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride.
Hey, don't it feel good? Hey, 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 hey.
Don't it feel good? Don't it feel?
All rise, it is I, and I am him. We are in line for a big show today, guys. I am pumped up. I'm ready to rock and roll because, guys, look, this is my favorite time of year. It is July 2nd, July 3rd, excuse me, and I am ready to rock and roll because, look, here's the deal. Here's the deal, folks. We got the Yankees kind of sucking ass. We got some other clubs out there kind of sucking ass. And you can kind of see how these things could form together like Voltron and have a little something go down and happen. So this is all good things in the land of the free and the home of the brave, okay? But we got a couple of things to talk about, not the big story. We're going to talk about the big story. But we do have a lot of other things to discuss. First and foremost, let's go ahead and actually Let me say hi to a lot of you guys first real quickly. We got my brother Ruben in the chat, Scott Wright, Eric Wallace, JC. What is going on, my guy? It is already July, fam. It's insane, isn't it? Pedro, what's up, my guy? TP Joseph, Mike Pellegrino, Joe Bricado, A. Becker. What is going on? Dane Yuba, my guy Dane. Scott Wright, I think I said hi to you already, but hi again. Leo Lambert, how you doing? All the Simmons is always in here. How you doing? Grunt, Anthony Garcia, my guy. All right. Anthony Medina, my guy. But guys, we have a jam-packed show today, folks. We got voicemails. We have some returning news for the Yankees, and we got a lot of other things to do. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's show. Let me get this closed out. Here we go. Of course, for NyynewsTV, guys, we are celebrating America in the month of July, of course, but we always celebrate America. But Independence Day is tomorrow, guys, and we decided we are going to change our logo for the month of July to represent our independence from 1776 to the present day. Let us honor America. God bless America. So that will be our logo on Twitter for the rest of July. And then we will obviously go back to our regular one. But you guys know here we are patriots. We love our country. We love America. And I thank everybody who have come before me and given the ultimate sacrifice to allow me to do what I do, what I love to do, which is this right here. And just like that, A. Becker coming out swinging.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah. Pete, we will be lucky to sleep the Orioles. Sleep them, to sweep them, any of that is going to be very, very difficult. It is not an easy thing to do. It is not an easy thing to do to defeat the Baltimore Orioles. But guys, we're going to get to that. Again, we really do have a jam-packed show today. I'm not just saying that to say it. There's a lot of things I want to discuss, a lot of things I want to go over. The voicemail line is up, guys. I am going to get to as many as I can. I'm actually going to start there. So let's get into voicemails. We had a few from last week that I do want to throw out there. So let's jump into it.
How's it going, Pete, man? My name's Robbie, first-time caller here. Just kind of wanted to see and get your opinion, man, and see what you think about possibly packaging up one of our, farm team talents, like a Parra or a Florial, with one of the vets, maybe a Gleyber Torres or even Donaldson to get him out of there, or we're sticking with the young guys and calling them up. But just want to see what you think about that, what your opinion will be, and love the show, man. Keep up the good work.
Robbie, my friend, thank you so much. And yes, there is going to be a lot of that talk coming up in this episode of how the Yankees maybe get a little creative. Of course, we're going to discuss one of the big names that everybody knows I really like a lot. Now, before I get into that, I will pull a disclaimer out because, got a lot of people out there that if I say something, it's, oh my God, he said that they're going to make this trade. And no, that is not the case. I will pull a disclaimer, let you guys know what I know, and then we'll get to what I believe could happen, and we'll go from there. But let's get to the next voicemail. Then we're going to get into a return, where the Yankees currently stand, and a return coming up for the Yankees on Friday.
Yo, Pete. All I want to say real quick is that, for starters, we lost to the Oakland Athletics. We scored one run against the soon-to-be Las Vegas Athletics. But, all I want to say is that, obviously we lost Judge. That's a huge loss, and that's what everyone's been talking about. The team, has been absolute and utter dog shit since Aaron Judge went out. But all I want to say, all right, is that sometimes it's about the unsung heroes. We also lost someone else very important to this club, and I haven't heard anyone give him the respect he deserves, all right? So I'm going to throw my tinfoil hat on here, all right? I'm going to give you a little nugget to hit your brain, all right? Just remember, we also lost Mariano Weber, okay? We lost the friendly neighborhood web dog. And all of a sudden, ever since that injury, the team's jumped ship, all right?
True.
So like I said, sometimes it's about the unsung heroes. everyone loves to talk about the $40 million man. But sometimes they go out there and they see 5'1" Ryan Webdog getting guys out. They're saying, you know what? If he can do it, hell, maybe we can do it. That's what I want to say. Just want to put that little, nugget out there. Just throw it out there. Just catch it away, all right?
It's true.
All I'm saying is we lost Webdog, and all of a sudden things haven't been the same. Also, on a side note, I called like 3 weeks ago when you were on the show with Jiggerman, and I was the one who said that I was driving to a job interview to support me and my little mommy, Meredith Marakovitz, which, by the way, I'm 6 foot, so I'm tall enough to ride the ride. Meredith and I are both 6 foot, so we'll make some D1 babies, so no worries there, all right? Because you asked how tall the guy who called him was. Yeah, I'm 6 foot, so we're good there. Like I said, I actually got the job interview, so that's a positive note. So I can now financially support both me and Meredith. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it on a little positive note, a little personal note for me there. But all I'm saying, like I said about the call, just remember the little guys, all right? Just remember about our Mariano Webbers. That's all. All right? Take care, Pete.
My man, I appreciate it, and I'm so happy that you can now support you and your Meredith. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch unfold moving forward, my guy. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. It was too late. You were too late. But let's get into actually I want to talk about where the Yankees currently stand. And yes, guys, that was the beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance getting the cat food, okay? Because I forgot to put it out there. Sorry to King George, who is the cat of the house, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at where the Yankees currently stand. So 9.5 games out of the division, as we already know. And then they're just holding on right now to the wild card spot. They're tied right there with Houston now as the final 2 teams in the wild card. But you look here, man, it's not a given. As me and Derek talked about last night, it is not a given. And this is why July is such an important month for the Yankees to go out there and make some big moves, because look at this right now. Toronto, 1.5. The Angels, 2 games out, and they might be one of the biggest buyers of all teams when it comes to the deadline, because if you're ever going to try to win with Ohtani, you might want to try to win right now, because let's be honest, I don't think that team is re-signing Ohtani. I don't see that happening. Boston's only 3.5 games out of a spot. Cleveland, 4.5. Seattle, 5. And the reason why I bring those teams up, they have been known to go on those late second half runs where they just get very good out of nowhere and they play great baseball. So that would not shock me one bit to see one of those teams come on very, very strong and potentially, I'm not saying they will, potentially catch up to the New York Yankees. Hopefully that will not be the case at all. But moving on to a bigger story for the New York Yankees, our guy, our friend, our buddy, Carlos Rodon, will be making his first start this Friday against the Cubs at Yankee Stadium, right before the All-Star break, folks. And I am as pumped can be. Me and Derek will be calling that game live right here on NyynewsTV. I cannot wait. Folks, this is gonna be what I've waited for. Look, and now, I want to throw this out there too, because are we expecting Carlos Rodon to come out and just be this powerhouse and just dominate and shut teams down left and right out the gate? We'll see how he does. The Cubs have a good offense. That we know. Chicago does indeed have a good offense. But the Yankees need this man back. I am very, very excited to see Carlos Rodon finally pitching for the New York Yankees. He is, everything I talked about in the offseason has not changed, in my opinion, when it comes to Carlos. He is a bulldog. We need a bulldog. We need a guy that's going to shove it to the team. We need a guy that's going to be on the road and put his hands up, leaving them out, saying, what happened? Where were your guys at? They didn't show up today, did they? That's what I need. We need that back. We need that 1-2 punch. I've been calling for it for a long time now, and we just may finally be seeing it. That is a good thing. Let's go ahead and continue on the voicemails before we get into the juicy topic, the meat of today's All Rise. Here we go.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, how you doing?
Yankee fans, NyynewsTV, Pete, Hirsch, Medina, Garcia, everybody else, bro. Tremendous no-hitter by Domingo Germán. That's the way we got to play every damn day. Put the bat on the ball and rock and roll, baby.
Yeah.
I am so happy, man. Yo, Pete,
Yo.
we got to get some coffee in the big time. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, listen, man. I forgot, man. We got to celebrate. We got to go. Something very important, man. The guys were not batting. I was thinking to myself, could it be that the Yankee players are a little pissed off at Boone and they don't want to play for him no more? But after yesterday, man, they came back because they got to do it for the fans. They got to do it for themselves. They got to play to win no matter what, and they got to find ways to win. Hal got to get off his ass, and he's got to start making, moves in order for us to fight for the right to party, if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do something very quick, Pete, and it's a blessing of the Lord, a little prayer that hasn't been done here. I want to pray to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to bless the Yankees, to bring back the tradition of winning and pride, that we could start overwhelming teams in the second half and go into the playoff and the World Series if need be. We need that blessing so we could go back to what we used to be. In the name of the Lord Jesus. Amen. With that prayer, bro, Amen. I hope to God that we start rumbling and rocking and rolling, man. Love you guys. Love your show. And take care. And I'm doing everything possible, Pete, so I could go out there and be with you guys on September 23rd, bro. I got health issues, but you know what? It's no excuses, and I'm going to do my best to be with you guys there, okay? And thank you so much. God bless. Take care now. Bye-bye.
My guy, that's my guy, Angel Serrano, man. Let me tell you, my man just prayed for the New York Yankees live on NyynewsTV. You ain't getting that nowhere else. I'm telling you right now. You ain't getting that nowhere else. This might be the turning point right here. The power of the Lord is going to come down and shine on the Yankees. He might have bigger issues to worry about, but amen. Anyway, we'll figure out what what actually happens there, but we'll see. But continuing to move on, guys, I am so pumped to get ready in this conversation, but I got like 7 or 8 voicemails looking me in the face right now. So let's go ahead and continue to the next voicemail.
Hey, Pete, Fast Eddie here.
My guy.
Just got done watching us take 2 out of 3 from the A's. There's a guy on the A's, their left fielder we were looking at. I forget his name now. But I was wondering if you had an opinion on if we should go out and grab a left fielder now, and if we should, who should we get? I really don't have a pick in my head who it should be. I'm not really sure. I know you know a lot more about this stuff than I do. But I think the Yanks might want to grab a real professional left fielder. So give me your thoughts on that. You have a nice 4th of July weekend. Be safe, and believe me, this fat bastard's going to be eating at every barbecue in town, buddy. You stay safe. Take care. Bye.
Oh, my God. I got to hear this
bastard's going to be eating. Give me your thoughts on that. You have a nice 4th of July weekend. Be safe, and believe me, this fat bastard's going to be eating at every barbecue in town, buddy. You stay safe. Take care. Bye.
Let me tell you something. There ain't nobody like Fast Eddie. There is no... Fast Eddie is the first GOAT of All Rise. Fast Eddie is the guaranteed voicemail that you know you need all the damn time. That is my guy, Fast Eddie. I love that guy's hilarious, man. Fast Eddie, God bless you, man. You are definitely my favorite fat bastard out there. There's no doubt about it. You are my favorite fat bastard that has ever lived. No question about it. You are the GOAT, my friend. We're going to get to one more voicemail, guys, and then I have to move on to the big topic. We'll try to get some stuff in between there, but let's see.
Good morning, Pete. Yankee Mike here. How we doing? Looks
How you
like
doing?
I've been calling you the last month or so.
you
Yankees
doing?
always trying to win a series. Hope they get it done. I mean, I wish
Yeah.
they won the first game, make it a little easier. But playing a little bit better. Volpe's starting to hit. That's good for the little Italian guy. Keep it on going. Hopefully we can make the right moves and don't fall in love with these depth pieces because they're not regular players, but the Yankees think they are. Hopefully they come to their senses and make the right moves at the trade deadline. And then hopefully if we get in, we can make something happen. I'm not going to give up on the East yet, but if we don't make it, we get in as a playoff card. Hopefully we can do better. I know a lot of these playoff things, people say it's not that difficult if you break down the percentages, but I'd still rather win the division. But hopefully we can get in and just keep on going and these other players start picking up the pace. But again, at the trade deadline, we need to get regular players and not depend on these depth pieces because, again, they're not regular players. They're going to fall back down to earth. They might have a week or two where they hit hot and all that, but I'm not going to count on them, and the Yankees shouldn't count on them either.
Yep.
So I won't keep rumbling on here. I'll let you get going, Pete, but keep up the good news. Keep on spreading the Yankee news. And go Yankees!
Go Yankees! I love him too, man. Yankee Mike is definitely another legend of what we're doing here at NYY News TV with the voicemail line being open for the fans could jump on and have a little conversation with us. But without further ado, we are going to discuss the meat of today's conversation, folks. Before we go any further, you guys know what I need you to do. Smack you the likey! And another like. Smacky the likey, hitty the subby, like you never smacky the likey before in your life. Smacky the likey. With that being said, now we can go on to the big part of the show. Yankee Mike discussed we gotta stop getting these fringe players just to throw on the field and go, hey, let's hope you work out for 2 weeks. The Yankees need to do this. Hal Steinbrenner needs to look at himself in the mirror. And he got to say, I got to be like Dad. Just like that. What do I got to do? I got to be like Dad. I may not want to be like Dad. I may want to find my own path to a championship. But damn it, right now, I gotta be like Dad. That's the motto, folks. That's the motto. Hashtag be like Dad. Hashtag be like Dad. That is the hashtag that everybody should be pushing out there as I go ahead and take a sip of my
cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
God, that's good. Be like Dad. And how does he be like Dad? I can tell you how he bees like Dad. Bees like Dad. Okay? Forget being like, bees like Dad. Switch on over to the screen here, folks. There's a team in the NL West that is sucking ass about as hard as you can suck ass. That team happens to be the San Diego Dads. Be like Dad. Bees like Dad. The San Diego Dads. You get where I'm coming at here? You guys didn't put two and two together until I just did that mystery connection for you guys. Everybody's mind is blown right now. I know, I can feel it through the screen. I can feel it through the screen. Everybody is shocked. Be like Dad. go to the San Diego Dads. They're 38-46, 8 games out of a wild card spot, 11 and a half games out of the division. They're done. On top of that, this is why we're having this conversation, because I really wouldn't be having this conversation. The reason we're having this conversation right now is this story right here. San Diego Padres fans worried as team reportedly faces financial problems on top of underperforming squad. We gone broke. Now what? Now what? Here's the thing. The San Diego Padres are on the hook for about $240 million that they lost when the deal with Diamond Sports, they basically declined to make the rights payments. They were making a shit ton of money. They ain't making that no more, which is not good for the San Diego Padres. And again, folks, before I get into the main conversation, we got a super chat from my guy, Ruben.
Thank you for being a friend.
Ruben says, if the Padres like Dominguez a lot, even with him hitting 200 average right now, please get Soto. Soto is 24 years old. We're going to get into that. And of course, as you guys already know by the thumbnail, I am talking about Juan Soto to the New York Yankees today. So if you get offended by this conversation, you get scared, your little panties start to shake, your boots start to get cold, your feet get a little cold, you want to run away from the conversation, you can go ahead and run away from the conversation. I'm going full force into the battle, damn it. Front lines, Pete, ready to go, coffee in hand. They could take me out, but they won't take out the message. All right? That's simple. We're going in, baby. I want to win. Full disclaimer real quick before we move any further. I am not saying this is going to happen. I'm not saying I've heard that they're looking to make a deal together. What I have heard, and I posted this on Twitter a while ago, is that the Yankees are going to try for Soto in free agency, that they like him a lot. That I have heard. Now, I know people could say, well, everybody likes everybody. The Yankees did try to trade for Soto when he was a National. Mike Rizzo was not big on Anthony Volpe to make that deal. I don't know how the Padres think of our players. I have no idea. I can only go with what we can look at and what we may know a little of. But I do know this. The Yankees should do everything in their power to add Juan Soto to the New York Yankees. Here's Soto's just most recent 3-run home run. We're going to get into his numbers and everything else. I've had fans tell me, Pete, how would you want to get this guy? He sucks. Can you imagine a Yankee fan watching this team all year saying Juan Soto sucks? Can you imagine how much crack that guy smoked to be able to say Juan Soto sucks? My guy could do bachata around the bases after every home run for the Yankees. I don't give a shit if it took him 12 minutes to get around the bag. Go ahead and dance, my guy. Look at these fucking numbers and shut up. Look at those numbers and tell me what's overrated. What is overrated? I'm waiting for one of those Yankee fans to come in here. I tweeted it out. I want the debate. Where is Juan Soto there's DJ Steele. Where is Juan Soto overrated? Average exit velocity, 95 percentile. Max exit velocity, 97 percentile. Hard hit percentage, 99 percentile. Your ex-mother WTCB sister's tit, 97 percentile. XBA, 75 percentile. X-slugging, 88 percentile. Walks, he walks more than a hooker on a down night. My man walks more than a hooker on a down night. All day he's walking up and down the block looking to find something. The guy can't stop walking. He walks so much. His chase rate is the best. He doesn't chase. You want to know why that makes him so attractive to the Yankees? You bat Aaron Judge behind him, so Soto then Judge. They got to pitch to him. Pitches in the zone get launched. This is exactly what you would want as the New York Yankees. Got a super chat from my brother Ruben.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
You're the best. Ruben says Yankees should go nuts. Trade for Soto and Machado. We're just helping out our team's finance is all. I don't know. I don't know about all that. Like, look, is it possible? Potentially, because they are facing some tough times. Is a Soto and Blake Snell, excuse me, is that more possible? Soto and maybe Hader? Maybe. But let's stick to where we are at the moment, and then we'll continue to move on from there. I want to talk about Yankee salaries come 2025. Now, the reason I bring up 2025, Juan Soto will be a free agent after 2024. So if the Yankees traded for him now, they would have this year and next year 2 playoff runs with Soto and Aaron Judge potentially in the same lineup as long as these guys are healthy. That's what you would have. Looking at the Yankee salary come 2025, you're looking at about $171 million. Right now, they're sitting close to $290. All right? Salaries are coming off the books for the Yankees. On top of that, Garrett Cole has a player option, which I believe all the Yankees got to do is add an additional year, and that player option goes away. The Yankees will probably do that. I don't think the Yankees back away at all and say, "Hey, to hell with it. Let's work on a brand new longer term contract." I think the Yankees will add that additional year that will knock off the player option, and they won't even let him make a decision on that, which is the smart thing to do. Anthony Rizzo, you look here, he has a club option. I don't know how that necessarily works, but Anthony Rizzo will be getting paid $17 million. Depending on if Rizzo finishes this year and also plays next year, the Yankees got to also see that as, do we decline the club option, and then do we look to maybe bring Rizzo back on a 1-year deal at less salary, depending on where his numbers are at that time? Or do we simply move on to somebody else at that point? I think Murakami wouldn't be available until 2026, so the following year. So the Yankees got to see that as, do we look to potentially bring somebody else, make a different move that's a little less value, and go from there. DJ LeMahieu, we're going to talk about, because I do see the potential here of, if you make these type of moves, you probably still have to have San Diego take a contract. And that's not a bad thing. That's basically the Yankees saying, yes, you have financial troubles, but you got to help us out with this one that is less than what you're facing and is shorter term, so it's going to get off your books pretty quickly. Again, a Josh Donaldson, a DJ LeMahieu potential, which might be a little tougher because he has additional years of value. But this is when the creativity comes in. So that's what the Yankees are looking at. As you can see, they can very easily fit a long-term contract with Juan Soto in, putting him in New York, where there's no doubt about it. He could be an absolute superstar. Couple of things about Juan Soto, folks, that I want to go over real quick before I get into the Padres. Soto got everything. One, he handles the media very well. He talks to the media. Two, he's extremely marketable. Extremely marketable. The cha-ching will come in like no mañana. You'll have a Dominican food truck station in Yankee Stadium. They should sell Presidente. You sell it all out. They'll be out of everything daily. I'd be the first one there when I'm there. I'd be the first one in line when I'm there. Juan Soto is marketable. He has everything you need. You could put the guy's face on posters. You could put him in Times Square. Him and Aaron Judge side by side. It's all about marketing. And when you look at it as a business, this is what you have to do. If you're the Yankees, you look at it and go, this is a smart way about going about business. On top of that, you got a Dominican star in New York. We see how it was with Cano. It'll be even bigger now with a guy like Juan Soto. On top of that, too, there's another name that's an international free agent. And I'm thinking about all this, folks. Yamamoto, the starting pitcher in Japan, may just be the best starting pitcher outside of Major League Baseball, and is not even close. He's phenomenal. Sevy's gone. Lock that kid up next year. You got a great Japanese market, and now you have the great Dominican market that is New York City. Money will be coming in marketing like you've never seen before in your life. And it's not just about that. It's about bettering the club. But all of this makes too much damn sense. You now look at San Diego. So let's jump to San Diego's current payroll, which will be next year, 2024. This is what they're getting away from. This is their problem right now. This is why they're going to have to make a move. They're not going to sign Juan Soto. We know that. They're not going to sign him. And by the way, folks, just so everybody knows, the beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance just showed me this, and I'm even more happy because I hope the guy is watching this show right now. Juan Soto, as we tagged him in this video on Instagram, took a look at that story and saw what we are talking about as Yankee fans. Juan Soto, remember, me, Pete, NyynewsTV. I'm pushing this shit all fucking July. I don't give a shit. People could say enough is enough. I ain't going to stop talking about it because I want the Yankees to win. Take a look at this right here. Xander Bogaerts, 25.4. Joe Musgrove, 20 million. Manny Machado, 17. Darvish, 16. Nick Martinez, they might just release. Michael Wacha, they got a mutual option. Those get tough. Fernando Tatis, 11. That goes up every year. Robert Suarez, 10 million. Seth Lugo, 75. That's a player option. Juan Soto, again, will get 20-something million dollars. Right? So if you continue to look at this and see where the Padres are, remember all the finances, folks. That is true. All the finance information is truly legitimate. They are in a very bad position. Their payroll, even in 2024, a year later, is still sitting at $209 million without them making any move whatsoever. That's not even counting what Soto will probably get paid. If you even look at their roster for 2025, their payroll is still sitting at $178 million. Folks, they got to move guys over. They got to make moves. They got to make trades. Here's the other great thing about Soto that you guys already know. And matter of fact, let me get this pulled back up. Juan Soto on the season, let's just start here. And I'm going to talk about his age. He is 24 years old. He's 24 years old. Juan Soto is going to get a 10 plus years on his deal. You could even extend it out to 12, 13, 14, whatever you want to save as much money as you possibly can. That's the brilliant thing about Soto, right? Because Soto's one of those guys that if the Yankees come out of nowhere and go, hey, we signed him to a 12-year deal, you look at it and go, holy shit, 12 years. Oh, it takes him to 37 years old. Oh, shit, okay. We want to lower that AAV a little bit. So we're going to extend it as far out as we're comfortable with doing. It all makes too much fucking sense, folks. Juan Soto on the season, for the people that say he's overrated. You ready for this? He's overrated, 24 years old. Mind you, the guy that they want to come up and dominate the world, I'm not knocking Jason Dominguez, is 20 years old, 4 years difference. Juan Soto already won a World Series title at 19 years old in the major leagues. Anyway, and this is not a knock again on Dominguez, but I'm just coming at Yankee fans here because their logic is pretty bad. We rather keep the guy that's hitting 200 in AA than go with the proven stud that can help us win right now. Juan Soto in 368 plate appearances, 289 at-bats, 46 runs scored already, 15 home runs, 46 ribbies, 6 stolen bags, 277 batting average, 424 on base percentage, 502 slugging, 926 OPS. That's Juan Soto's career. If you know anything about StatCast, I know some of you don't like it. I love all numbers, so I'm a numbers guy overall. Folks, look, that's his career. You know what that means? Even when he was bad, he was better than what you had. Even when he was down last year, he was better than what you had. 24 years old. He's going to be 25 next year. Juan Soto likely has not hit his prime. Put him with an Aaron Judge on a World Series run. I'm begging you. I am fucking begging you. Put him on a World Series run. He also hits everything fair. 280 against fastballs. 253 against breaking balls. 325 against changeups. Guy hits everything. There's not a real weakness here to this player. And he's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. Am I here to discuss at all what it's going to take? I don't give a fuck what it will take to add Juan Soto to the Yankees. Jason Dominguez, you can have him. Nestor Cortez, you can have him. You want guys that are controllable and cost-effective? Whoever you want, let's have a discussion. Everson Pereira, Wells, Sweeney, Drew Thorpe, Warren, whatever you want to discuss, Clark Schmidt, whatever you want to discuss, we will have a conversation. Because I need to win now. I'm not a fan of sitting back and waiting. I ain't doing that shit no more. I'm sick of it. Let's go ahead. We got some more voicemails to get to, and we'll continue this conversation, but I do want to get your guys' voicemails.
Hello, Pete. My name is Mickey. I'm a lifelong Yankee fan. Just know, man, lately, me and my wife, we've been listening to you call the games. And I got to say, man, we really enjoy it. I'm really behind what you're doing. I love your passion. I love your passion for the game. Just love you for what you're doing for a living, man. And I just want you to know we're behind you 100%. And just keep up the good work. And I hope that encourages you a little bit, Pete. Also, we live in Virginia as well. So my wife Lucy says hi. I say hi, and we'll continue to follow you, brother. Okay. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Mickey, man. That is very nice, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for enjoying what we do. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being a friend.
Ruben says Soto had a 390 on-base percentage while hitting 217 in April. Since May 1st, the guy has a 316 average and a 456 on-base percentage. Stop messing around and get Soto. L.I. Yankee King, don't fuck with me today, L.I. I'm not kidding. I'm just telling you right now. Don't bring up no bullshit about your dumbass you can't get Soto stuff. I don't want to hear it. What about a Tatis hater trade? I'm moving on. I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm not talking to anybody else. For some reason, you don't like Soto, and I don't get your fucking thought process. Let's get to the next one.
What's up, Pooter-Doo? First and foremost, happy birthday to your mother. All right.
Hey, yeah, Mama
happy birthday to your mother. Yeah. Hope you give her a call, Pooter-Doo. But I'm just calling in because it's currently Sunday night. You know, we just went 3-3 against the A's and the Cardinals.
Right.
Not ideal, but I was going on Baseball Reference, you know, just looking at some stats and whatnot, soaking the loss because I'm a virgin and that's what I do in my evenings. But anywho, I don't know. Obviously, we're going to probably be DFAing Donaldson soon, but looking at the overall team and the roster kind of really made me realize something. I mean, I didn't always know about it, but I didn't really actually pay attention to it. I mean, Josh Donaldson, like I said, he's the one that made me think of this. I mean, the dude's almost 40. Like, he's 37 going on to 38. The dude's kind of old, but I started looking at the roster. I mean, like, these guys are kind of getting fucking old. I mean, you got Garrett Cole, 32. Like, Giancarlo Stanton, 33. Anthony Rizzo, 33. DJ LeMahieu, 34. Aaron Judge, 31. Carlos Rodon, 30. Like, I mean, most of these guys are kind of getting up there in age, and it's like, we don't even look like legit contenders right now. So it's like, if we're going to sit here and, like, we're not even going to challenge for a World Series, and these guys are in their quote-unquote prime, like, again, like, I know, like, they're not all super old, but I mean, like, they're trying to get up there. And, I mean, yeah, you've got some younger guys in Anthony Volpe and Oswaldo Peraza where he's being held captive, and, I mean, Oswaldo Cabrera, I mean, he was all right last year. I mean, you got some young guys, but, I mean, like, for your big hitters, like your ball players that make the most money that are supposed to be performing the best, like, these guys are starting to get fucking old. So it's like, if we're not here to win now, like, what the fuck are we doing? I mean, at this point, I'm really trying to look at the roster. I'm trying to look at this age regression we're going to be hitting. Like, if I'm the Yankees, I'm like, this year, next year, like, I'm fucking going for it. I'm going for a Soto. Like, I'm going for a Snell. I'm going for a Hater. Like, if the Padres are going to be acting, we got to figure something out because these guys are not, spring chickens anymore. We're starting to get kind of fucking old. So,
yep.
I don't know, man. Just starting to worry me. I just started looking at their age, but whatever. We'll do the next caller. Once again, happy birthday to you, mother, and take care, Pete.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And look, you made all the sense in the world. I didn't even get to the point yet of talking about the Yankees players' age and how they have to win now, because that window is closing, folks. It is closing. You do not just go out there and sign Aaron Judge long-term, sign Cole the way it is, and go, all right, kick your feet up. We'll try to hopefully get a W. The Yankees must go for it, folks. And yes, the Padres basically have an open roster right now saying, hey, come and take us. They haven't made that commitment yet, but logic tells you they're going to have to make that commitment. Being able to take a guaranteed $20-something million off this payroll for next year for Soto, they're going to want to do. It makes too much sense. That's all I could keep saying. It makes too much sense. Lefty bat. Volpe stays hot. Volpe, Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, however you want to go about that. Maybe Rortvedt gets in the catcher role eventually a little more. Maybe Peraza takes over at third base if he's not traded in that deal. And then you really have what I've been talking about, a facelift. I hope my facelift doesn't look like that because that would be shit. I like to age naturally. Anyway, okay? But the facelift of the offense will then be completed. That is what the Yankees need to do. That's a great point. They're getting old. Soto is 25. He's going to be 25 next year. You can lock him in long-term and go from there. Let's get to the next voicemail.
Hey, Pete. It's Jacko.
My guy.
So, this series against the Cardinals sucks. Like, you can't lose against the Cardinals. Anyway, June 28th was pretty cool because Domingo Herman pitched a perfect game. June 28th is also my birthday, and I got to watch the game with my kids. I have twin boys and a little girl. I have three, and they got to watch their first perfect game ever. And that's what baseball is all about. So I'm going to put behind like the bitterness and the anger of how sucky the Yankee season is and just like focus on that one cool moment. Like me and my kids got to watch a perfect game. And it was amazing. It was beautiful. I love baseball. Baseball is the greatest sport in the world. And it's too bad the Yankees can't keep it up. But, yeah, man, I just wanted to share that because, like, I've never had anything like that happen in baseball on my birthday. So I'm pretty blessed. I'm blessed, man. And I got to watch it with my kids, and it was amazing. So God bless you, Pete. Thank you for everything you do. God bless the chat. God bless all my friends in the chat. Everybody. Love you guys. Take care.
Jocko, thank you for sharing that with us. That is honestly absolutely awesome. Baseball means a lot to everybody, man. And like I said, if my dad didn't bring me up watching baseball, loving the Yankees the way I do, and the dynasty years, getting to watch maybe the greatest baseball season of all time, I believe still the greatest baseball season of all time, 1998, greatest ball team ever, the New York Yankees, the home run race. How do you not fall in love with baseball after that? So I got to experience that same type of thing. I believe still, again, the greatest year of all time, 1998, when it comes to Major League Baseball. And yeah, it's instilled in my mind forever. So yes, moments like that should last with them, hopefully, for a very, very long time. And hopefully feed their love of baseball moving forward, because we need more young people in the game that know it, that enjoy it, and that do indeed love it. So thank you for sharing that moment.
Hey, Pete, the chef. Just calling him for the show real quick, and I want your opinion on this. Now, obviously, what Cashman does at the deadline determines what I think and what most people think will happen for the rest of the season. If he makes the right moves that we know he has to make, then I think he's going for it. But if he doesn't make the right moves and he's hoping that the scrubs that he uses discount coupons for at the Salvation Army can do it, then our season's over. You know, this season rides on him and what he does. And and I know it's only the first half of the season, and that anything can happen in the second half. But Brian Cashman needs to take into consideration that, you know, our rivals, the team that's always knocking us out from getting to the World Series, the Astros, there's no guarantee that they get into the playoffs based on how the other AL teams going for the wild card spots are playing right now, and how those teams improve at the deadline. And I know it's the Astros. I know they can catch a hot streak, but so can the other teams that are already ahead of them or already below them. So, and the Astros can kill it in the second half, but still not make a wild card spot. You know, the front office has to take advantage of that possibility, because the only way I see the Yankees beating the Astros in any playoff series is by not letting them in the fucking playoffs. They always knocking us out. We have a chance to better our team so that we can get those extra few wins that we need to be ahead of them in the wild card spot. We're not winning the division. I think the Rangers got the AL West locked, so Houston's going to be fighting for a wild card spot too. So why not try to knock them out now, you know, so you don't have to deal with them. You know, if Cashman takes action now, it will help us. It will help us in October, because right now Houston's injured. They're down key players, pitchers that we struggle against. They got the same record as us, so they've been playing like shit too, just mediocre. And don't get me wrong. I know that if the Astros don't make the playoffs, it's not going to be easy, and there's no guarantee we even get to the World Series. But they'll have to face Houston. But all I'm saying is that I'm more confident that we can beat the Rays, the Rangers, and all these other teams in the ALCS than the Astros right now. But it's only if we build correctly and prepare for it at the deadline. And that's what Cashman needs to do. Because if he's leaving us in the wind and he's hoping that these scrubs do something, then we're fucked.
No, I agree with you, man. I'm 100% with you. Astros, of course, are struggling like the Yankees are, but as Rick also says in the chat, look, the Yankees had, like I said before, they tried to trade for Soto, and you're right, the Yankees got to make the big moves. I don't think you got to have the Astros in mind while making those moves. I think the fact of the matter is, if, reports start to come out even more strongly that, hey, look, we're open. If the Padres come out and go, we're open, everybody's available, including Soto, including all that. And the Yankees organization does want Soto, Rick. That I can confirm. I have been told that. That I have been told 100%. Not via trade. I have been told via free agency. So I don't know if they're going to try again. I haven't been told anything regarding that. But I have been told that the Yankees will heavily pursue him when he is a free agent. But with the idea of him becoming on your club early, you got exclusive negotiating rights if you even wait for him to become a free agent. If he's on your club, you got a window that only you can talk with him and try to re-sign him before anybody else gets their hands on him. I don't think it has anything to really do with the Astros. The Yankees got to focus on themselves. They got to make the right moves and go from there. They can do it. Guys, we are closing in on 150 likes. Do me a favor and smack the likey.
Hey, Pete, and everybody, want everybody to have a great Independence Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Eric. We appreciate it, man, and we're going to have a really good Independence Day, okay?
Hey, Pete. How's it going? It's Tyler here.
Yo.
I don't want to get too far ahead of myself going into the trade deadline, which is about a month away, but I was looking at some targets. Obviously, the dream one is Juan Soto, which would take a huge trade package, but obviously him on this team is a dream with how bad the Padres are doing right now. I believe they're underperforming very much. But a couple other guys I was looking at, Cody Bellinger maybe, or Elaine Thomas. Those are two guys I would love on this team right now, or maybe a guy like Max Kepler or a Candelario. I mean, although we don't even need Candelario because, I mean, we have Peraza in the minors just raking, but, I mean, what's new with the Yankees? We just leave people in the minors to dry. So, I mean, that's nothing new, and we should be calling it Florial. I mean, he's at like 50-something at-bats over 3 years, which is, I guess, to the Yankees, that's something. That's enough time to prove something to the organization, but that doesn't make any sense. So, what are some of your free agent targets for the trade deadline, and what are you expecting from Herman's start tonight? He came off a perfect game. I'm not expecting. I don't want to pray for like a really good start from him. I'm hoping for the best, but I don't expect him to come out very hot after a perfect game because usually pitchers, after they have like go a full 9 innings, they usually don't come back with a second really good start just like that. So let me know your thoughts. Thanks for all you do, Pete, and have a great show.
Thank you, man. Tyler, I appreciate that. And yeah, just the start back from the top, of course, you know, I think Soto was everybody's dream. That is my dream, Juan Soto on the Yankees. I might even, if the Yankees got him, I might even have to head to New York if the wherever he's playing, I got to try to figure out a way to get there. I love this guy for a long time. I think he's just a perfect fit. He reminds me of a guy that would have been on the 2009 Yankees, could hit the ball out, walks a ton, takes his walks, and never doesn't have to feel like I got to do everything myself. I'll take my walk if I need to. I'm not going to get myself out and go from there, but he's the type of guy the Yankees need. I like Bellinger. I like a lot of those other guys. I really do. My whole thing is, I'll be honest with you, Tyler, knowing that the Padres are falling off more and more and they continue to lose, that is just my primary focus. Because as much as I like Bellinger, as much as I like some of the other names you mentioned that could possibly work for this club, I need the Yankees to be like Dad. Be like Dad. Hashtag be like Dad. Make the move, make the splash, be the New York Yankees. Once you know Soto is indeed available, you got to go out there and make the deal. You got to go out there and make the deal, make it happen, and that is it. That is it. It's that simple. Let's get to the next one.
PD, my guy. So I can't lie when I tell you this one. We went to my wife's foot doctor specialist on Thursday, and she's about to prescribe gabapentin, which is a painkiller. And I'm just listening to the word GABA, and I'm just immediately, I can't lie, I'm thinking about you. I'm like, is gabagool a painkiller of any sort? Seriously. I'm not getting back to topic, though. Rachel Balkovic needs to be Wednesday on this Yankees organization, be promoted up to the big club, act like Wednesday, and fucking chop off Cashman's balls for all the bullshit moves he's doing on this team. I'm serious. The way this roster construct has been, it's always been an ongoing issue. We've complained about that till the end of time. We need to go out and get a Juan Soto for left field or right field, whatever, and then move one of our other guys to left. Solve the outfield problems. Get some jolt in this offense, for fuck's sake. And God help if Rodon can get us the bulldog we need in this rotation. He is our Latino CC. Yankees need this. We need a good omen going into the All-Star break, and we need to turn this motherfucker around right after the All-Star break. What do you think? Talk to you later, man. Peace.
I like it, Sunil. I like it, man. You're right. Look, I keep saying I wanted to say Soto. My goodness. Rodon will add a lot to this club as long as he's healthy. He's healthy, saying he feels great. Get that guy on the mound. Let it keep going. Like you said, he gets the pitch before the All-Star break. Hopefully, he has a pretty decent outing. Doesn't have to be breathtaking, but let's see the stuff being there. If that's the case, he has a little bit of a break. Boom, we're right back into the season, and we know our staff is a little more secure than it's been, and that makes me excited. That makes me happy. I agree with you on that, no doubt about it. That's where the Yankees need to be. And then we got the deadline coming up. Push this baby forward, and let's get that championship.
Hi, Pete. It's Simon calling again.
Yo.
Listen, I had a possible idea for a trade talk with the Padres. I know you're talking about Juan Soto. Well, how about this? How about we give the Padres Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres, Jason Dominguez, and Oswaldo Cabrera for Soto? I mean, let's face it. Giving these four players would be perfect. I mean, I'm sure the Padres would like to eat Stanton's contract. Let's face it. I mean, he always gets hurt, and he only hits in the playoffs. And let's face it, the Padres could use somebody like him. If we could do this trade, get rid of Stanton, Torres, and Cabrera for Soto, we should do it. I got a good feeling about this. What do you think, Pete? You have a good weekend too. Bye.
I was trying so hard to avoid any kind of talk like that. Simon, I love you, Simon. I love you, Simon. The team is having financial difficulties. That's the point why you're not going to add a salary. You're not going to add a salary, Simon. Nobody's going to take Stanton.
Hey, good morning, Pete. How are you, sir? D-Rod calling you.
Yo.
Hey, two things I wanted to come across with you. The Yankees to play the seed, because the baseball now has, the 6 seeds, so it's almost like sort of like basketball in a way. Yep. And looking at your show yesterday, the Yankees are the 6th seed. And if Judge comes back or not, if the Yankees struggle, maybe it behooves them to be the 6th seed because they will play the 3 seed. And who right now and most likely will be the 3 seed, the AL Central winner, which probably will be the Twins, maybe Indians or Guardians, but and look and what's the record in the history between the Yankees and the Twins. So, and if the Yankees are either the 4th or the 5th seed, they're going to play the Orioles most likely. And they're pretty tough this year, and they're giving us a hard time versus the Twins, where we freaking, we smash them every freaking year, every time we play them since the beginning of time. Just a thought, just something there. But also Arenado. Everyone's, talking because we just came from St. Louis, and everyone's going, well, let's get Arenado. He's good. He's a good player still, but he's got 4 years left at a lot of money. And, and at the end of the 3rd or the 4th year, maybe he's got 2 good years left. The 3rd year will be okay, and the 4th year is probably going to be shit. And then in 3 or 4 years, we'll complain about him the same way we're complaining about Donaldson. So Arenado will be Donaldson 2.0. I don't know, just a thought. I know you're talking about Soto right now, and, that's a no-brainer, but just wanted to see what your thoughts on that. All right, see you later, pal.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head with Nolan Arenado. Is if you're going to give up assets, do you want it for a guy that might give you only a couple of good years left on his contract and his career overall? Soto's just such a no-brainer because he is 24 years old, and he's going to be 25 next year. So that's why he is so much of a no-brainer. When it comes to Arenado, I love the guy. I do. I like Arenado a lot. But would I be mad if the Yankees somehow pulled a deal for him? No, because I do think he could help in the next couple of years to win a chip. And he's a great third base, great teammate, great player, hustles, motivated. Played for Team USA, talked about that everybody should be here, that, the guys who didn't, he's not focused on them. He's focused on who is here. And, I like guys like that. I appreciate, him kind of being that leader. But again, I don't know how that deal would work out, but I definitely see where you're getting at.
Hey, good morning, Pete. Just wondering about you just all know, but things are actually going a little bit better out here. The Mariners have beaten the Waves 2 out of 3, and I really wish we could help y'all out yesterday. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get to the next one here.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? Hope all is well. All is well in Yankee land right now. I mean, I have to keep hearing about, Rodon. Hal's talking about, if I didn't want to invest in Rodon, fuck it. Hey, buddy, about, if I didn't want to invest in Rodon, fuck it.
Okay. I liked where you were going there for a second. I don't know what happened after that, but we are gonna get to our last voicemail of the day. Guys, do me a favor. Smacky the likey, hitty the subby. Let's get to the last one here.
Hi, Pete. It's your boy Simon calling from New Haven, Connecticut.
Shit,
How are
Simon.
you? I want to wish you a very happy and healthy 4th of July. We have got to get rid of Boone. I'm telling you. He finds a way for this team to lose, Pete. He finds a way. If there's a way, he'll find it. And this lack of hitting has got to stop.
Okay.
And you know what Hal Steinbrenner doesn't understand why we're so upset? We're so upset because it's the same old record, the same excuse. They get hits, they don't score runs. They get hits, they don't score runs. Right. When is Hal Steinbrenner to have some man balls and fire Boone? I mean, you have Ozzie Guillen and Joe Madden waiting to manage this team, and get somebody better for hitting coach. I mean, seriously. And happy 4th of July to you, Pete, and everybody out there, and hopefully we get the judge back soon. Please, Hal, please stop him. Thank you. Bye.
I mean, that was a better one from Simon. To be fair, that was definitely a better one.
Yo, Pete, I really want we whipped on Pedro Martinez. He wanted to be a Yankee for so long, then he beats us in 04, Then on top of that, we whipped on Ramirez, on Ortiz, and we also end up, missing out on quite a few free agents, So it's time to get Soto. And also, I know I mentioned Machado, but Machado does have 10 years left on his contract. So another idea could be we can get Nolan Arenado. Nolan Arenado will probably cost more pitching than actual position players. Yep. And I think that, in a sense, would also benefit us because his contract only has 5 years left or 6 years left. So it won't be as long as Machado has. And then on top of that, he doesn't strike out as much. So I think upgrading those two positions, while yes, it's bringing in a lot of salary, but we're also going to balance it out. I mean, we might as well put it on actual quality players rather than putting big salaries on a whole bunch of relievers and a bunch of overpaid role players in a sense. So tell me what you think. Soto, Arenado has already a guaranteed deal for only 5 to 6 years, and then we can go ahead and extend Soto. All right, peace.
Yeah, Ruben, look, man, like I said, I wouldn't be upset about a deal for Arenado. It's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't see the Yankees adding multiple big players like that from multiple clubs. I think if the Yankees were to do anything, maybe it's additional players from San Diego in one big deal and them kind of spreading that thing around. I could see them really doing it and the Padres going, hey, look, we're open for business. Let's get this done. Let's figure out how this works. I could see the Yankees then doing that and going, let's see. What is a Machado in a deal? What is a Hader in a deal? What is a Snell in a deal? Blake Snell, you guys already know. I talked about him a lot last year. I love Blake Snell. I think Blake Snell will be excellent for the Yankees. I think also Nestor Cortez could be a possibility to go in a deal. Cost control for years to come. You got the option. Rodon is back. Domingo Germán has been decent. Clark Schmidt has looked good. There's a lot the Yankees can do. And And here's what I talk about being creative. There's a lot the Yankees can do to be creative. And also understanding that there's still risk involved. Meaning, if the Yankees got to be creative and go, well, our pitching has been so good. Maybe we're comfortable dealing this guy and we can move him. Maybe we're comfortable with dealing from our pitching depth to get him. Maybe we're okay with moving Aron Marinaccio. Maybe we're okay with doing something like that to land a bigger deal with San Diego because we feel like the pitching is enough to win as long as we got Cole and Rodon up top. Folks, it's all about risk. It's all about risk management, and it's all about being creative. I've been preaching this for a long time now when it comes to the New York Yankees. Be creative. You got to figure something out. You got to do something to be creative and to win with this current club now. So, guys, to wrap up the show, today's matchup, as you guys know, will be called right here on Game Season Live on NyynewsTV. Domingo Germán does make his next start right after his perfect game. Guys don't always pitch good after a perfect game. A lot of guys have been injured, knock on wood. We don't want that. But a lot of guys after going 9 full innings don't always bounce back well. He's also facing a really good lineup. So, Orioles got a great lineup. Yankees will be facing off against Tyler Wells, 6-4, 3.21 ERA. Yankees don't really hit Wells too much. Trevino has decent numbers off from Torres, decent numbers. Stanton, decent numbers. Other than that, not many ABs. And then, Domingo usually does a pretty decent job against the Baltimore Orioles. We'll see how they do, but Yankees get to see their good friend Aaron Hicks again. Aren't you guys happy? Aren't you guys happy? But guys, with that being said, excuse me, you guys are the GOATs. Thank you all so much for tuning in to All Rise. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, guys, I am out. Have an amazing 4th of July, but I ain't going to see you guys again. We got a ball game today, tomorrow, next day, the next day. God willing, I'll be here for all of them. Talk to you guys later. Peace. See you later.